You know, building wealth. It feels like this constant uphill battle, right? A fight against your own motivation. But what if you could just sidestep that fight altogether? Today, we're diving into how AI is becoming this incredible tool that lets you bypass the biggest hurdles between you and your financial goals.
Oh, you know that feeling. It's late at night, you're just endlessly scrolling, and bam! You see someone else living the exact life you've been dreaming of. And that sharp pang of envy just hits you, right? It's mixed with this deep frustration because you feel totally, completely stuck in neutral.
And that is the gap we're all trying to cross. I mean, on one side, you got the dream, right? Financial freedom, working on cool, creative projects, getting that success and recognition. But then, the reality. It's just this giant wall of overwhelming to-do lists and mind-numbing, tedious tasks. It feels like this massive chasm you have to somehow leap over every single day. And what's the advice we always get when we're stuck in that chasm? Oh, it's the same old tune, isn't it? Just be more disciplined. Work yourself to the bone. You just need to hustle harder. It's that generic cookie-cutter advice that sounds great in a motivational quote, but let's be honest, almost never works in the real world.
Yeah, let's just be real for a second. That whole approach, the power through it with sheer willpower thing, it's a one-way ticket to Burnout City. I mean, it is absolutely not a sustainable strategy for long-term success. It's a recipe for total exhaustion and, frankly, for just giving up on your dreams entirely.
Okay, so this is where we need to flip the script. What if, and hear me out, what if you're not the problem? What if your lack of motivation isn't some deep personal failing? What if the actual problem is the task itself? You know, all those boring, repetitive, soul-crushing tasks that just drain your energy before you can even get going? And that thought, that right there, brings us to the core idea of all of this. The goal isn't to magically conjure up more motivation out of thin air. No. The goal is to make motivation kind of irrelevant. The solution? Offload all that grunt work, the tedious stuff, to an AI that literally never gets tired, never complains, and definitely never needs a coffee break. So this is the secret weapon that the people who are ahead of the curve are using right now. They're leveraging artificial intelligence and automation to free up their own limited time and energy. This lets them focus only on the stuff that really matters, the creative ideas, the big picture strategy, the work that actually drives real growth. Just think about what this looks like in the real world. That blog post you've been procrastinating on for weeks, you could have a solid first draft done in like 10 minutes. That's an asset that's now working for you 24/7. Or what about a professional video script? Bam! Generated while you're sleeping, ready for you to come in and add your own unique flair. We're talking about building a whole library of valuable digital assets, your own content engine, at a speed that was literally science fiction just a couple of years ago.
And let's just call a spade here. Being able to produce high-quality work at this kind of volume and speed, it's an almost unfair advantage. It feels like a superpower, giving you this massive strategic edge over anyone still grinding it out the old manual way.
And what's happening is this is creating a huge divide. Seriously. On one side, you have the early adopters. They're using AI to build assets, to gain momentum, to compound their success. And on the other side, you have everyone else. They're still stuck in the weeds, trying to find their why, just working harder and harder, but not smarter. And they're falling further and further behind every single day.
Look, this advantage is incredibly powerful right now, but that window of opportunity, it's closing fast. As more and more people catch on and start using these tools, that competitive edge, it just gets smaller. The time to get in and get ahead of the curve is, without a doubt, right now.
And you know what the best part of all this is? You don't need some massive, life-altering burst of motivation to jump in. You don't have to read another self-help book or wait for the stars to align in some perfect moment. Getting started is actually the easy part. Seriously.
It really just boils down to two simple things. Step 1, stop just dreaming about the life you want. And step 2, start using the tools that will actually build it for you. It's all about making that shift, from passive dreaming to active building. So, forget about searching for some deep, mystical source of motivation. Right now, today, the only motivation you really need is the simple desire to not get left behind in this massive technological wave. The tools are here, the advantage is real, so the only question left is, are you ready to press the button?